Hello, Elle.
Hi, Greta.
Thank you for sharing some of the information about what we have on offer here at Return to Health.
Yes.
So, can you please tell us about the Advanced Home Prescribing seminar you have on offer?
Yes. I must admit it's my favorite. It is a 2-day seminar. It's very intensive. We pack those 2 days full with the intent of helping people become obviously advanced home prescribers of homeopathic medicine for themselves and their families. It's a non-professional seminar, but in essence what that means is that they can become their own first line physicians in a way of treating and managing the vast majority of ailments that most families are facing these days. So typically people will come to that session because they've already got some experience of using homeopathic medicine at home, normally in like a family first aid situation, or they might have been undergoing homeopathic treatment for various things and they get interested, the bug bites and they go, oh, I need to know more about this.
Yes.
Or they might have an ambition to become a professional homeopath, and I usually recommend that they do something like this first because it's a really good way to get stuck into more of homeopathic medicine at home without making a lifelong commitment to it as a career. So if I guess it's focused on those people that really want to take charge of their own health and the health of their families. Knowing that they can still always reach out for professional help. Of course, they might still need to go to specialists or homeopaths or other practitioners. It doesn't stop any of that. It doesn't. It's that first line of defense that we can do so much of this at home.
Okay.
And sorry, I'm rattling a bit, but one of the consistent bits of feedback I get from the people who have attended the Advanced Home Prescribing is it's like a remembering of things that we would have been doing at home for ourselves in generations past, and I really quite like that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, so it is definitely a step up from first aid, homeopathic first aid, in the sense of there's a lot more education involved. It's 2 very, very full days, but at the same time there's a lot of support behind that as people start grabbing hold of health concerns that they might have at home, either for themselves or their family members, and they start analysing their way through that and working out what they might like to do as home prescribing.
Yes, under your guidance and support. And
definitely support, yes. We offer 5 hours of prescribing support after the course, which actually none of the home prescribers have ever needed all 5 hours, but they're there on offer just to help them find their feet. In the course it's very comprehensive. We talk about how to understand and read symptoms that might be presenting, and how to take a basic case, if you will, how to write it down in a way that's going to help you then utilize your books. Or I should show you the books, they're amazing.
Please do.
That we use as part of the course. So this is the set of books that come with the course that are included. So we spend a lot of time learning how to use the repertory and the corresponding materia medica, so that they can find the right remedies that they would like to utilize. We go through prescribing techniques that are most useful for home users, so physical generals prescribing, a little bit of layers prescribing. They get a good solid foundation in basic potency and dosage selection. So by the end of that, they come out with their own little prescription, if you will. But very importantly, to understand how homeopathic remedies work, what the action is, so that they can monitor the feedback of what they're using for themselves at home and make sure that things are progressing. So to help them find their feet with that whole process, even though the process repeats over and over, regardless really of what you're treating for, the process essentially stays the same, but to help them find their feet and become confident. That's why we offer the 5 hours worth of prescribing support. So typically they would pick a case, or they'd be working on something at home, and then they'll book a time slot with me or one of the other homeopaths to go, all right, this is what I've found, this is what I've looked at, this is the script, or I'm a bit stuck in this area, and we help them get it to a point where they are happy with what they are using for themselves or their loved ones, and then help them with that monitoring. So yeah, it is a very empowering course. I think that's probably ultimately why it's my favorite. The amount of empowerment that people get out of that, to go, you know what, we've got these niggles at home and we can actually deal with that ourselves.
Yes.
You know, we know the professional homeopath or the physicians or whatever, they're still there if we need them, but there's so much that we can actually sort out for ourselves. And of course, the more we treat ourselves holistically and naturally, the healthier we get over time. That typically is what most families experience. So yeah, so the effort's well worth it, I think.
Wonderful. Sounds fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks very much.